Hello, grade one. Welcome to science. We're going to be doing lesson 4 in our energy unit. So I need you to get your worksheet out because we are going to answer a couple questions. So this page says what uses energy around us. So we're doing this piece before we start reading our book. So there are 3 questions I need you to answer for me. Question number 1 says cars get energy from gasoline. Is this true or not true? Take your best guess if you're unsure. Number 2 says many things get energy from electricity. Is this true or not true? And then question number 3 says electricity cannot be stored. Is this true or not true? So circle the questions that you think are correct before we dive into our textbook. So lesson 4, what uses energy around us? Most cars get energy from fuel. Fuel is anything that is burned to make heat or power. Cars use gasoline as fuel. The car's engine burns the fuel. Now the car has the energy to move. Electricity is what makes lights and walk signs work. So that bottom picture says the lights and the sign change. So another thing we can compare to is that we need fuel in order to survive as humans. What gives us and other living things energy and our fuel is food, water, and our sleep, getting our bodies rest that we need. Electricity is all around us. So I want you to look at home. Since we're stuck at home for the next little bit, think about what you use that uses electricity. Your fridge uses electricity. What else does? Your lights do. Your TV. Your tablets you have to plug in to get them to charge, or your computers, or your phones, or whatever device you have at home. A lot of these things use electricity to make stuff work, just like this crosswalk does. So in order to have that sign that says that we can walk across the street, or the stop hand that says we shouldn't be walking across the street, those lights can change because of the electricity that it uses. On this page, on the little circle picture, it says the street light uses electricity to shine at night. So that street light, in order to make it nice and bright for us to see, it uses electricity so it can shine at night, so we can see where we're going, whether we're walking or driving or doing any other mode of transportation. So here we have cars use fuel to move. And as we learned, cars' fuel is gasoline. So we go to the gas stations, we pump our cars up with gas, spend quite a bit of money, and then we are able to go drive around. Using energy. How does the fan get energy? The fan gets energy from electricity. Electricity moves through power lines into buildings. So have you ever looked outside and you can see these large poles on the sidewalks and you can see all these wires? Those are power lines. So that is what gives us power to our homes, to schools, hospitals, malls, everywhere. Electricity moves from the outlet through the cord. So that cord there is shooting with electricity. So if you have a plug at home, ask mom and dad to help you and show you this because you should not be using the outlet by yourself. So if you would like to, you can plug in your fan and turn it on. What happens? The blades start moving. If we were to turn that fan off or unplug it, what's going to happen? Those blades are going to stop moving. They will still continue to move a little bit because there's been so much force and energy, but shortly after they will be completely done because there's no more energy being connected into that fan. So that bottom question there says, what kind of energy do these things use? So now we have a robot toy. So it says, suppose that you put the batteries in the toy. Now turn on the toy. The toy will move. So a battery stores energy. A battery changes the energy to electricity. The toy uses electricity to move. So those batteries only hold so much energy that can be turned into electricity for toys to use before it runs out, which is why we have to replace batteries with our toys or other gaming units that you might be using or any other thing that you might have in your house. So the key words that we learned today are fuel. So fuel is anything that is burned to make heat or power. Electricity. It makes lights and walk signs work. And the last word that we learned today is a battery. A battery changes the energy to electricity. So then toys or other things have the option to move and work. So we are going back into your science duotangs and we are going to answer the bottom 3 questions. It's the same as the top 3, but we're going to do it all over again. So it says after you read lesson 4. So question number 1 says cars get energy from gasoline. True or not true? Question 2 says many things get energy from electricity. Is that true or not true? And your last question says electricity cannot be stored. Is that true or not true? And now we're on our last sheet of the day. So this one says complete the sentence. Write the word that completes each sentence. So the words that are in your word bank are electricity, heat, fuel, and battery. So you need to put one of those words with one of those sentences, like we've been doing since September, okay? So question number 1 says, one form of energy is blank. Question number 2 says, a blank stores electricity. Question number 3 says, cars burn blank to get energy. And question number 4 says, burning something makes blank. So here we have important details. So question number 5 says, write 2 important details you learned about how a lamp works. So I want you to think about what we learned. So that lamp, how is that lamp going to turn on and off? That's one question. All right. So I want you to tell me about 2 ways that lamp can work. Have fun and good luck, grade 1. Bye-bye.